Hey guys, my name's Danny Shannon. I used to use a lot of drugs. Anything I could get my hands on. Today I haven't touched a substance for around about 14 years, 4 months and 26 days. Who's counting? This video is a series of questions asked from our viewers, answering 7 particularly important questions that I felt that most of us would relate to. So grab yourself a coffee, kick back, get comfortable. We're going to dig deep now. Obviously, a little disclaimer here. I'm just a bloke in recovery. I'm not anything special. All I am going to do is share my experience, strength and hope. A man who's got over 126,000 hours of living life and life's terms without the use of a substance. So let's go. Let's kick it off with question 1. Question 1 is from Katie. Katie wants to know, Danny, how do you go about coming to terms with and moving past the hurt done to you by somebody trapped in addiction? Wonderful question, Katie. Thank you. So how do we come past the idea of being hurt by somebody who was in addiction? So what often happens as loved ones is we become very resentful, don't we? Now, I think what Katie's trying to say is, how do I get past the resentment? Because the resentment is like drinking the poison and expecting somebody else to die. Katie, I love the question, and I would just suggest that you try and do a little bit of research, if you want, into some of the harm caused to an individual on their own half. Like, addiction is truly a disease. It's a dis-ease of self. Now, I just want to let you know, if you can try and focus on the harm done to themselves and that it wasn't about you. I know that might be difficult to understand, but what I'm suggesting is that they never set out to hurt you, Katie. So if you can try and look past the personal attack on you and focus more on what they were doing to themselves, maybe that would be a helpful way for you to move forward. Thank you so much, Katie, for the question. Okay, let's move on to question 2. Lauren, hey. So Lauren wants to know, when does it stop feeling weird to be clean and sober? When does it stop feeling weird to be clean and sober? I laugh, Lauren, because I love the question. In my early days of recovery, I'm going to say early days is the first 5 years, by the way, okay? I love the idea that the early recovery is 5 years. Now, I used to label myself the weirdo. There's so many things I really struggle with in early days of recovery. I look back at that stuff now, and yeah, I think it's great to focus and embrace your weirdness. Being weird's a little bit cool these days, guys. But Lauren, today I think I'm probably just as weird 14 years down the track. I have all my little things, what do you call them? But like, for example, I can't touch cardboard boxes. Ugh, gives me the creeps, and there's a whole heap of other things like that. I don't know that you stop feeling weird. I think you become comfortable with feeling weird. Much love, Lauren. I love the question. Okay, our next question is from Rhonda. Why, when somebody goes to prison on drug-related offences, do they come home to a loving, supportive family, and then they go and gravitate back to the same drug users and the same life of crime? Rhonda, I just want to acknowledge, first of all, I can't imagine how you feel, and anybody else out there who has experienced the same. And I hate to admit it, guys, and let me know if I'm wrong, but this is such a common thing. Like, the chances of somebody changing those behaviours while they're locked up, all of a sudden, we're good, aren't we? We will tell you all the things, and honestly, genuinely, we mean it. But if we don't make some significant changes, we need to change our people, places and things. If I keep doing what I always did, I will continue getting what I always got. So on that note, you don't need to change much, just everything. And if you come home, look, it's an internal job. This is an inside job. You're not going to work on the stuff in prison, I can guarantee you that. Recovery starts the day you get home. If you don't come home and get stuck straight into recovery, it's probably a big chance of that happening. Thanks, Rhonda. Okay, next question. Put the glasses on. Question number 4, guys. Question number 4 is from, okay, question number 4. That was Rhonda, thank goodness. Question number 4 is from Kaylee. Hey, Kaylee. Oh, a nice, simple, short one. What about no sex? Okay. I'm a member of the 12-step fellowship, okay? The 12, why would you, first of all, I want to know, why would you say no sex? Are you trying to go celibate? I had a mate who was trying to convince me the benefits of being celibate. I don't personally get it. I only ever here to share my own experience, strength and hope. So what about no sex? Are we talking maybe your partner's in jail? Get creative, Kaylee. Get creative. What I was going to say is that in the fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous, they suggest that we don't get into a relationship for the first 12 months. I didn't. I hooked up on my 366th day of recovery, but that's not to say that I didn't yeah. Look, what do you mean no sex? I don't believe in it. If you want to go celibate, maybe join the nunhood or the priesthood. If you're talking about your partner being in jail, be creative. You know what I mean, huh? Excuse the week at the end. Okay, next question. Kaylee, I don't know if that was helpful. Next question. Kemba, what a beautiful name. You all got beautiful names. Kemba, do you ever truly get happiness, joy, laughter, and enjoyment of life back like when you had it before? You can tell as I started to read that question, do you ever get happiness and joy back in your life after a life of addiction and coming into recovery? I don't know if you can see. It lights me up, that question, because I wish you could see what I see. Drug use is putrid. Alcohol is putrid. Joy is found in not using drugs. I love the fact that I do not need a drink or a drug to make or change the way I feel. The answer is yes, you absolutely do. Hold on tight. Do not leave before the miracle happens, because guess what? The best is yet to come. You absolutely do. Next question. Lily. What's cracking, Lily? Food, lol. I've started to eat like a 300 kilogram person. Do I just have to be busy all the time? I'm starving after the gym, nothing else to do. Look, we put down the spoon. For me, a heroin addict, I used to mix up in the spoon, and I picked up the fork. I picked up the fork because I wanted to change the way I feel. I didn't have substances anymore, so I plugged into the feel-goods of food. How good does a donut make you feel? Lee. Look, food addiction is one thing, but food in general in recovery is something I believe most people are challenged with. So what I would suggest you do, for me, I'll tell you what worked for me. Now, I'm pretty heavy, right? I heard muscle burns fat. That's what I plugged into. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to stop eating. I'm just going to get muscly. Diet is a really, really hard thing. You know, you can train all you want in the world, but it comes down to our diets. Try to be gentle on yourself. Put in some effort. At the end of the day, here's what I tell you. All the bullshit that goes in your head about you can't do this, you can't do this, you can do this. Today, I am over 12 months off the cigarettes and I've maintained my weight. I had to do it or I would have blew out. I hope that's helpful, Lily. Okay, I believe we must be coming up to the end, are we? That was Lily 6. Question 7. Jason. One of the boys, were they all girls first? They were, eh? The boys always hold off, eh? So Jason wants to know, after 23 years of abusing heroin, does he have to go to rehab? Like, he understands he needs to go to detox, but do I really need to go to rehab? Life is getting a little bit hard. Look, Jason, at the end of the day, you don't have to do anything. The choice is yours. You are in charge. Here's what I'd say. Every time we're looking for the shortcuts, the loopholes, or the backdoor entrances, we always find ourselves back here scratching my head thinking, how the fuck did I get here? I always talk about the hard way is the easy way. So Jason, I would suggest yes, completely. I actually tell everyone you need to go to rehab. You know why? Because that's what I did. I don't ever tell anybody to do anything that I did. I would highly recommend rehab for so many reasons. It gets you connected with like-minded people. It helps you build a solid foundation and prepare you for the rest of your life, Jason. Much love. Guys, there you go. Few little hiccups along that way. I just answered 7 of the best. Guys, if you have any questions you would like answered by me, Danny Shannon, just a bloke in recovery, used to use a lot of drugs, I don't anymore. Please feel free to reach out, drop your comments, ask me anything. That's episode 1. Looking forward to season 2. Much love, support and encouragement. I just want to remind anybody out there who's struggling, okay? Hold on tight, okay? Put in the hard work. Nobody else can do this for you. In fact, recovery is all on your back. It's great to have good support, good encouragement, but at the end of the day, you can't pay $10 billion to find recovery. It's up to you. Get up, front up, and do what needs to be done. Hold on tight because the best is yet to come. Thank you, guys.